Yo, so today we have another recap of a feature premiere. This week's is MLB The Show's deep dive into next gen. And if I'm not mistaken, next week's, which is the final one, will be about Diamond Dynasty. And right now, if y'all could do me a huge favor, leave a like on this video. Let's try to hit 100 or more new subscribers today, as well as follow on Twitch, Twin Gaming TV on there. I'm hopefully going to be streaming nearly every day for MLB The Show 21. And then comment down below what you're most excited about in general for MLB The Show 21. And now let's get into the feature premiere recap, which this week is covering that deep dive into next gen, primarily focusing on Stadium Creator. Number one, you have 30 custom stadium slots that are filled with 30 pre-made created stadiums. These work as a base for you to get started, as well as add new themes and styles for ballparks to have in your hands from day one. And with the 30 pre-made created stadiums, you can edit these all you want. However, you cannot edit any pre-existing major league, minor league, or classic stadiums. But with that being said, if you don't want to start with one of those pre-made created stadiums, you can always start from scratch and build everything from the ground up. I think this is really cool, right? I love that we just have 30 new ballparks in the game from day one. I feel like it's been a minute since they really added any, so that's going to be nice. And I like that if you want to start with something pre-made, you can, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. I think that's awesome. Number two is that there are around 1,200 props into the game to add around your stadium. Some of these props are ones from existing stadiums in the game, for example, the Mets home run apple or the Giants giant baseball glove. And it sounds like from this feature premiere that included in those props is every MLB team's scoreboard and every MLB team's batter's eye, which I think is pretty cool. And one important thing to note is that you cannot put a prop within a certain distance, I think maybe about 10 feet of that batter's eye. But with all that being said, there's a ton of props that are completely new to MLB 21. I would assume the majority of the 1,200 are new to MLB 21 that we've never seen before within a ballpark. I love this. I feel like the more the merrier. I just can't wait to see the creations that people have, and I think it's going to be amazing to see what people can create, and I'm excited to get my hands on this. I know there's going to be streams where I just spend hours and hours working on my stadium. Number three, and this and the next one are going to be pretty short ones. This is that you can change your stadium's nearby and your distant scenery, and I'm interested to see how many options there are for each of these and what it's like, because I think this can be really cool and just help add to the overall, I guess, feeling and style of your ballpark. Number four is one that I was really excited to hear. It's a pretty small one though in terms of length, but there are animated props, and these include animals. I don't know if there's more than that, like maybe moving signs or something, but they specifically mentioned animals like cows and dinosaurs. The guy they had talking on there was saying that he made kind of a Jurassic Park thing with dinosaurs walking in the background. So that sounds really cool to me. I'm interested to see how many moving props there are and what exactly they're like, because that sounds like it has the potential to be really cool. Number five, for Diamond Dynasty and I guess online play in general, there are 150 preset wall dimensions for online play. If you use one of those 150 presets and do not change it, then you will be able to use the stadium online. But if you make even the smallest change to those preset wall dimensions, then you will not be able to use it online. And I would assume that this doesn't include play versus friends, which, as I was writing this down and making my notes, we actually realized that it looks like you won't be able to use your created stadiums and play versus friends, but we'll get to that towards the end of the video, which kind of sucks. But with all that being said, I really do like that there are preset wall dimensions for online play, and I think that's probably much needed. Number six is that there are a couple different modes in Stadium Creator. There is an easy mode and a pro mode. Easy mode groups certain things together like stands and does not let you edit the walls, so you won't accidentally edit them or anything like that. And then pro mode is going to let you edit everything individually. For me, it just sounds like this is kind of more of a simple and a complex editing style for your stadium. and I feel like this is pretty nice. I know that I'm going to be using easy mode at least a little bit when I'm trying to make sure that I'm not ruining my stadium for online play, because I really want to be able to use it online. Number 7 is about the wall dimensions, and I think this is more so for just the stadium creator in general, not necessarily those preset dimensions. But it sounds like your wall can be as tall as 40 feet. I don't know how short. I would assume maybe just like a foot off the ground. And then to right and left field, it sounded like they said you can go between 270 and 500 feet for the distance. And then for center field, I think they maybe said 300 or 330, and then a max of 500 for center field as well. And again, for online play, there are 150 preset walls, which I assume will include the height and distance. I assume you would not be able to edit one or either of those when it comes to online play. Number 8 is that there is a snapping mode where, for example, your stands will snap automatically to the previous ones that you've already set down, so that you can create certain areas of your stadium really fast, easy, and I just overall conveniently, right? It sounds like it's going to be pretty nice. And based on what they said during the feature premiere, it sounds like you can use this snapping mode, this snapping feature, for pretty much anything within Stadium Creator, as long as they are next to each other and it's the same type of item, right? A road or the stands like we talked about. Number 9 is that there is a randomize option for, I believe, the scenery of and the background of your ballpark. It wasn't super clear, to me at least, how much the randomize tool can add or can do to your ballpark, to your stadium. So I'm interested to get my hands on this and see exactly how that randomized feature is going to work. Number 10, this one's just short and sweet. There's a tutorial to teach you all the ins and outs of Stadium Creator, and I'm someone who likes to just get my hands on it and try it out myself, but I know if there's anything that I have questions about, I'll be able to just quickly go to the tutorial and probably learn and get taught about what I'm confused on. Number 11 is that created stadiums will be available to be used in every mode except for a select few, which include online play versus friends, online home run derby, March to October, Diamond Dynasty, Conquest, Showdown, Moments, and Casual. And honestly, I'm most disappointed personally about not being able to use it online play versus friends. I think that sucks, because I really wanted to do a series where I play y'all, my subscribers, in their own created stadiums. But I still think it could be fun to download some stadiums from the vault and showcase them in a video. And then I am a little bit disappointed to hear about Conquest. I guess Conquest, you're always the away team, right? But for Showdown, Moments, you know, it kind of sucks, because I wanted to make like a cheesy stadium to grind and make those easier, but I understand why they're not available, right? For Showdown, it might be too cheesy to have, you know, 270, 300-foot walls all around. Number 12 is where we are done, I'm pretty sure, talking about Stadium Creator, and this one is all on its own. It's talking about the haptic feedback and the DualSense features on PS5. There's going to be haptic feedback in the controller for hitting, pitching, fielding, I think even base running as well. The adaptive triggers on the PS5 controller will be used in, I believe, Player Lock and Road to the Show with Showtime fielding. However, for one or both, all of these features, you can always turn them off in the settings if you want. And then with the haptic feedback, this sounds pretty cool for PS5 users. It matches the handedness of the fielders, how well the ball is hit off the bat, sliding, and just gameplay like that. It's gonna, I guess, try to help you get more immersed into the game. So I'm interested to see how that feels. I know on the new Call of Duty, I absolutely hated the adaptive triggers. Number 13 is just kind of quickly talking about next week, where they're going to be talking about Diamond Dynasty, and this covers changing your approach. They didn't really specify what that meant. Ranked seasons and battle royale rewards are apparently changing how you earn them, at least a little bit, or the rewards are changing at least in some way. And then the same thing is happening with Team Affinity. I think it's going to work a little bit differently than it did last year. And they'll also be talking about customization changes, as well as the first inning program. And also included next week in that feature premiere will be a lot of new reveals for early access launch night, which will be happening just, I think, 5, 6, 7 hours after that feature premiere next week. And last but not least, number 14 is the other 5 players coming to the 42 series that are going to be included in that Diamond Choice Pack. There's 10 of them. We got 5 of them before. Those were Jackie Robinson, Ken Griffey Jr., Willie Mays, Mariano Rivera, and Bob Gibson. And the other 5 joining them, which I'm pretty excited about, most of these are going to be Babe Ruth, Cal Ripken Jr., Hank Aaron, Frank Thomas, and Pedro Martinez. That's a pretty stacked pack. Obviously, they're not going to be, 99 overalls, but early on in the game, these cards are still going to be nuts. And I feel like most of them are going to be dudes I want on my team, right? I want Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, Frank Thomas, Pedro Martinez, Ken Griffey Jr., Willie Mays, Mariano Rivera, Bob Gibson, Jackie Robinson. I loved his swing in 20. Even Cal Ripken Jr. I always had success with him in the past, so honestly, I see myself trying to get all 10 of those guys on my team. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe, social medias, all that good stuff. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow.